Hi, everyone. It's been a week since I stopped doing interviews for my sister's channel, An Ordinary Made Ordinary. And in this week, I've been pretty busy. I have already joined a local CE5 group. I have already gone to a CE5 meditation with them to make peaceful contact with ETs. And it was pretty fun. The other people were sensitive. They all had clair abilities. And I don't know if it was being with that group or two of them felt that there was a craft above us already. We had a lot of cloud cover that day, which almost made the group decide to move it to another night. But honestly, I don't care about cloud cover because I don't want to see a spacecraft far away and wonder if it's a satellite or a plane or whatever. Like, that's not a CE5, that's a CE1. You know what I mean? I want to see craft close with my eyeballs, not a light off in the distance. But that being said, the energy was pretty good. And one of the people, I could see her aura with my eyes open. Normally, I see it with my third eye. I mean, maybe it was still my third eye, but my eyes were open, so it's hard to tell. And during the meditation, everybody had their eyes closed, and I opened mine, and I saw this green energy coming down into the middle of the group, and it looked kind of like a tunnel. And the end of it was kind of like moving around, facing the different people. And when I was looking at it, I was like trying to figure out, is that a portal? Is that somehow they're looking at us? Like, what is that thing? But I saw it again. My eyes were open. And this is just like new stuff for me. So I'm kind of excited that that was happening. And I also could see that energy was raining down on us, like this green energy. Before the tunnel left, it turned kind of a pinky magenta color with a purple in the center, and then it disappeared. Afterwards, the people in the group were saying that there was this moment during the meditation where they felt this warmth and loving energy. And I told them, well, I saw this green energy kind of raining down on us. And, green is associated with the heart chakra. So it all kind of tied together. I think that was what everyone was feeling. I wasn't even paying attention to feelings because I was like staring, like with my eyes open. I did see two beings in the craft. One was a mantis, and the other one, I've seen mantis a few times, so this is probably like my fifth mantis I've ever seen, and they generally look the same. I don't think I've ever shown a mantis on my channel yet. Maybe I'll do that another time. For now, I'll screen share what I did see. The other one, I've never seen one of these before, but she is a gray hybrid with a human. And there's multiple theories about one day when we have contact that's very public, that it will be a being that looks fairly human. So they say maybe Palladian, and I think there's some other races that are human hybrid, but but gray human hybrids is one of them that's thrown out as possible first contact. So it was interesting. I've never met one before. And in fact, this is the first time I've met a gray that I know of. I drew one before for my sister who she ran into a gray, but I actually never saw him. So I found that interesting, and I wanted to share. The other thing that was kind of funny is I know in the last video I shared about Uriel. Archangel Uriel has still been around, hanging out with me. And I was telling my brother about it, and I said, I drew him. And, this is the drawing I shared with my brother. And he goes, yeah, but the cloak is much darker. And I said, yes, but Uriel represents the red sacred flame. And, his energy is black and it was so dark around him. Like I was taking some artistic license with the drawing, But he goes, yeah, no, but you should draw it the way it is. Like his cloak is red, but it's like if you've ever seen those roses that are a dark, dark red, almost black, that's really the color of his robe. And my brother's like, just add the red flames around him so that you could see better. Anyway, I changed the drawing. I think my point here is, you know, I have a lot of people around me that are also clairvoyant, and they also see the same beings that I see. And so it's kind of nice that I get a lot of confirmations. And in this instance, he called me out and I had to change the artwork. So this is my revised drawing of Uriel. I don't know, which one do you like, A, B, or C? C being flames, A being the red, the bright, bright red robe. So that was my artwork for this week. I had also watched an interview recently with Daryl Anka. If you guys know who he is, he channels Bashar, a being, an ET being named Bashar. And, we can all discern for ourselves what things resonate with us and what things don't resonate with us, especially as far as channeling goes. But he did say something that was sort of like, wait a minute, I've been working on trying to have clear audience, hear better. And it's been an ongoing thing for me. I know I share about it all the time. But Michael Shaman at my last appointment has already told me that I'm hearing better than I realize. And I said, no, I'm only hearing my thoughts. I'm only hearing my thoughts. But Daryl Anka said something. He said that our higher selves that we are connected to is a conceiver of our thoughts and our ideas. That our brain is a receiver, like a radio that picks up signals. And Nikola Tesla has also decided this about our brains. And that our physical mind, which is the words he used, physical mind, I don't know what that even means, because the brain is the physical part. So what is the mind? But our physical mind is the perceiver, and the perceiver filters our thoughts through our belief system. But I think it's a little more than just our belief system. I think there's ego, there's our experiences, there's traumas, there's emotions. Like there's so much. So I don't know. It's sort of a light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, wait a minute. We're all possibly, if this is correct, we're all possibly channeling our higher selves all the time. And what we think are our ideas in our heads and our thoughts might be the way we're receiving the information. And it was kind of an epiphany. I just wanted to share it. Again, the only way that you would really get clear channeling from your higher self, or anyone else if you wanted, and we're open to that, would be to not be to be a clean channel. You'd have to be very aware and kind of do a lot of work on yourself to clear out traumas, clear out patterning, programming, dampen down that ego, reel it in, and all that. So I think it's something to think about. I think, we all might be channeling. So, and either way, no matter who you're listening to about channeling or who's channeling, we still always have to discern, we still always have to do that. But, we just need to be careful about where our ideas might be affected by, things that have happened in our life or the way we were raised and all that. So it's very interesting. I'm going to be diving into this a bit more, of course, and trying to pay attention to my inner voice, my inner thoughts. I mean, sometimes you can feel like that thought didn't come from me, So I think we can recognize it sometimes, but most of the time I feel like it just is very natural for us to just think, oh no, that's my thought, whatever. So anyway, I just wanted to pop on, share my latest drawing, and talk about these ideas I'm having. And of course, anyone who wants to share their thoughts on any of it, I welcome comments below. I hope everyone has a beautiful weekend, and thanks for watching.